Hey, everybody. I'd like to welcome you all to another episode of Kicking It With. And today I'm going to be chopping it up with Zoe and Tall Black Guy. Hey, fellas, how you doing, man?
What's
Hey,
good
what's
with it,
going
man?
on, man? How you
Oh,
doing?
man, I can't complain. I'm so glad you guys have made some time to talk to me today here on Kicking It With. Now, both of you guys are artists in your own rights. And I think it's amazing that you two have gotten together. How long have you guys known each other? When did you meet?
You want to take that one, Zoe? I don't ever be
Yeah.
remember.
Um, Shoot, this was back in. I think we met face to face. We've been familiar with each other for years. Like
For years, right?
I know, the first time I heard of Tall Black Guy was back in 2012. Joint he did with Mario and Malice Sweet,
Mhm.
called uh, what was it? Faster than the speed of
Speed
light.
of light. It was speed of light. Yeah.
Yes. That's the first time I had heard of Tall Black Guy, and then he did the This Could Be the Night remix
Yeah, yeah.
of mine for the reworks in like 13 or 14, and then we finally met face to face in 17,
Mhm.
and fast forwarding to us working together in 19. So I would say, I don't know, what, 7 years, 8 years?
7, 8 years or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 Cool. So,
Mhm.
like I was saying in the beginning, you guys are artists in your own rights. How did you guys make time to make this project come together? And what sparked it off that you guys were going to do this thing together called Abstractions?
Um,
uh,
man, I mean, it was crazy to even for us to even come together, but
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it would be just like uh, Zoe kind of gave me a call in 2019, and I'll let him expand on it more. But it's basically like I'm chilling at the crib, I get this call out of nowhere, like that's a Detroit number. Check that, answer the phone. He was talking over the phone. He's like, "Yo, why don't you come through?" And I was like, "Okay." Now, mind you, we had met like we in the same. We were like staying like maybe about 20 minutes apart from each other.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And yeah, that was pretty much the start of it. And I'll let Zoe kind of take
Yeah,
more of
we I mean, I called him out of the blue. Like I was working on Forefront at the time, and
that.
had kind of reached a place in my production where I was feeling like I had kind of plateaued. I was kind of peaking a little bit. So in a conversation with Fonte one night, it was like, "Yo, man, why don't you collaborate?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm down to do that." Just meeting
Yeah,
of the minds with you know another artist, and he was like, "What about Tall Black Guy?" And I was like, "Yeah, he's right here in the area." So I hit him up, and it was a situation where you get two producers, two artists, two cats who play and things like that, to where it's kind of like, okay, we get together, like, how's it going to work? Like, who's
Yeah.
going to do what or whatever. But like, it really fell into line. Like the first joint we did, and we heard it, and it was like, yo, that joint was crazy. So it was almost like, why didn't we do this back, right after you did the remix type of thing.
right.
But I mean, all things happen in due time, man. And I think that this was the perfect time for us to get together, because now it's like we've hit our stride, and now we kind of taking all comers.
Yeah, and the album is amazing. I love the album. And it just seems like something that was just naturally meant to happen. It just flows really well. And I guess to use kind of a segue, you mentioned Fonte. The single "Hold My Hand" with Darian Brockington, Messina, and Fonte. Man, that joint is bananas. How did you guys decide, or who came with the idea? Look, let's put these three people on this particular song because it's fantastic.
Well, shoot, crazy enough, that was like the third or fourth joint that we
Right.
ever did together.
Wow.
Um, so that was an early joint, but it was one of them joints where it's like each time we got together, like as we're setting up, that's the joint that we would have playing in the background to
Okay.
we could hear it again, because we was like, yo, I think we got one with this one. But I had sent it off. I had sent it off to Fonte, which is, that's my normal process, is to get. I usually just get his ear on it,
Yeah.
and just that's my dude. That's my dude I trust. So, from there he was like, I've got an idea for it, and he just pulled in Musina, who he's been working really close with here lately, and D Brock, who finally came on back to us. We missed his voice. He was on
Yeah.
the Little Brother, the last album, May the Lord Watch. And I think it was dope just to hear D-Brock back in his element, in his R&B bag, and him back to kind of crooning a little bit. And
Oh yeah.
we put him on first, so you ain't even got to wait to hear him. He's right there in your face on the
That's
on the
right.
on the
That's
fifth
right.
bar. So
Yeah, man. That was really cool. And like I say, the whole album is dope and I love the way it flows. How did you guys come up with the name Abstractions?
How did we come up with the name Abstractions? I don't even know. I think it
that
was
was
because would you go ahead, so and I go after you. Yeah.
yeah, that was kind of a Fonte thing. It just kind of described what we were kind of going for, which was
Okay.
it's abstract. There's no real form. It's no
Okay.
real genre. It's no because if you listen to the album, like we're jumping in between. You got some Midwest funk with the ride. We're doing some kind of UK house garage
Yeah.
mashup stuff
Josh
with
Malone.
Blackout. We throwing in some island rhythms mixed with UK on I Love the Way, and straight up house with Connected. So it's like it's kind of what we make. Is what we wanted it to be, whatever it could be, which was perfectly, I think, depicted by Rachel Stewart's artwork on the cover.
Yeah.
Just very, like, I remember seeing that piece and was like, yo, that's exactly how the music looks.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, did you guys have anything in mind or a plan once you guys decided to do it? Who would have to be on the album vocally? Because I know you got Cy Smith on there. You got Omar. Was there any kind of strategy, or you just it happened because maybe you heard a song and said, "Oh, I know whose voice will go good with that."
I'll let you take that one, Terrell.
We say the only one that we really heard somebody on was probably opposite. The only one we really heard somebody that like, yo, we should definitely get on it was the I Love the Way with Omar. That was the only one that was like, yo,
That's crazy.
that sounds like an Omar record. You know what I mean? But everything else was literally like we went to the studio, really didn't have a sure cut plan. But then these songs, we just started building up just tracks. And then we just started sending them off and it was like, yo, we just try to see what's up. You know what I mean? And then, we got some awesome return backs, with Elzai and
Mm,
Black Milk and Josh Milan and, Piranha Head, you know what I mean? Like it was just all organically just kind of came together, And the thing I like the most about this too, this process is the fact that, individually we have our own styles, but
yeah.
when we came together, it's like we kind of went against the grain a bit, you know, and just trying to just infuse all the stuff that we are influenced by and that we liked, and kind of just made it work cohesively together. And that's the thing I enjoyed the most.
Cool. Cool. Um, so interviewed Cy Smith not too long ago. So this is straight to you, Zoe. And she mentioned that you and her are working on a project together. How's that coming, man?
It's coming well. Again, like with me and Tall Black being in our productive stride, we got some stuff that's on there, and we pulling our friends in. You know what I mean? It's a good time to make music right now. Like, we're all at home. It's been over a year. It's been some rough patches. But I think that a lot of like this happiness, this excitement, because I mean, like Tall Black said, like we have our own styles,
Yeah.
but when we come together, like it's something that neither I or he would make solo. So, that gets me excited as a creator. It's like, you hit this plateau. It's almost like you hit this glass ceiling, and then you team up with another like-minded cat,
Yeah.
and you guys soar higher like that. That gives me goosebumps just explaining that right now. You know what I mean? Of the possibilities for the future. So, with all that said, it's gonna be a good year.
Mm-hmm.
I believe because musically things are really picking up. It's really turning out to be a great thing for people like me that play you guys music on the radio. We're getting so much good stuff. Tall Black Guy, what are you working on separately? Because I know you're just as busy as Zoe. So I know you got your hands in about 3 or 4 different pots.
Well, I just released a little instrumental project, maybe a month or so before Abstractions. It was called Airplane Mode.
Okay.
So it's just like instrumental albums through Fat Beats. Then obviously this, and then I have another collaboration partner with my good friend Jose Moore. We have an album coming out through Coal Mine Records called "Of Process and Progression." Um, good hip hop, good music. Um, Another like housey project that I actually, because I've been in Cleveland for the past almost year. And I've collaborated with this cat out here called Broken Keys, and we got a whole completely different separate album. I don't even know how to even describe it, but it's pretty cool. And yeah, just really just trying to just again collaborate with the good brother Zoe, and just continue making this good music.
Cool, man. I'm glad to hear that. So, look, guys, I appreciate you giving me this time now. Let's tell the people, because I always make sure that whenever I talk to somebody, make sure you tell the people how they can pick up Abstractions so that you two guys benefit the most from it.
I guess the best place to get it for both of us would be on Bandcamp. You can grab it right there. Contribute and support, independent artists in that way.
Absolutely. Well, that's where I picked up my copy from. So, yeah, guys, go to Bandcamp, support these independent artists, pick up the album. You will definitely enjoy it. And like I tell you all the time, get your nickels and dimes together because you want to get this album in your life. I've been listening to it for the last week or so, and man, the album is dope. Look, guys, appreciate you. Let's tell everybody about your social media. So, Tall Black Guy, you can go first, and then Zoe, you can close it out, man.
So yeah, I'm on Instagram, Tall Black Guy Productions, Facebook, Tall Black Guy Productions, and website tallblackguyproductions.com. And pretty much what I always say, just Google Tall Black Guy, and that will pretty much put you in the right direction of whatever you need as far as musically. So yeah.
Cool. And Zoe, how can people get in touch with you and follow you on social media?
I'm Zo35 on everything: website, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Zo35, ZO3HREE 5IVE, and that's like I said .com, everything. I got merch as I'm wearing here, and we are pressing vinyl on this album, so that's coming too.
Oh, that's dope. Good. Because, man, vinyl is making a comeback, and it's a good way for you guys to make some money, because the vinyl is the way to go. People are coming back to it. Tall Black Guy and Zoe, I appreciate you spending time with me today, man. And you guys, much success. And I love the album, and I know it's going to be a number one somewhere, definitely, because it's a great album.
Thank you, man.
Thanks a lot, guys.
All right,
Appreciate you, man.
All right.